Yes, welcome. We're going to be looking at conditional statements and looping. Conditional statements and looping. In programming, you're going to be using a lot of conditional statements and looping when you want to create program. You're always going to say something like, do this if this, you understand? While this, do this many times. For so and so, do repeat this as several times as possible. So we're going to be looking at conditionals is when you're talking about if-else statement. For looping, you're talking about using the for loop or the while loop. So the if-else or elif statements in combination with these operators, this is equal to, this is not equal to, this is greater than, this is less than, this is equal to or greater than, this is equal to or less than. So these statements are, this if-else statement with these operators are used for conditional statements with or without the logical operators. These are the logical operators, and, or, not. So when you want to combine two operators together, when you're asking for whether something is equal to or less than or greater than, if you want to combine any of these two, you use this and or not. So let's take, for example, if you say that age is equal to 21, and you now say, if age is greater than or equal to 18, print you are old enough to write. Else, print you are not old enough to write. When you write this code in your PyCharm, you're going to see that if age is greater than or equal to 18, this age, is it greater than or equal to 18? Yes, because 21 is greater than or equal to 18. So it will print you are old enough to write. That's what will come out as printed. So you can also say things like, if you have age equal to 21, you say if age is greater than or equal to 18, print, let's say me. You can say elif age is equal to 19, print you, else age less than or equal to 2, then print then. Anytime you finish writing the statement, you must put this colon. You understand? So this is elif statement. You say if age is greater than this, do this. Elif, that elif is a short form for else if. Else if. So elif is a short form for it. So you say if age is equal to 19, print you. Else, if age is greater than this, print this. Or you say, okay, this is another elif. Elif age is greater than or equal to 10, print this. Then finally, s, print us. So you can have something like this. So you have elif. If you're checking multiple conditions, that's when you use elif. So you can see the condition checked here, 1, 2, and 3. That's why you use elif. But here you're checking only one condition, whether age is greater than 18, you use just one, if and else. So this is if statement, this is else if statement or elif. Now when you use for loop, you use it to perform actions a set number of times. So if you want to perform action more than one times, you use for loop. Example is when you say for x in the range of 0 to 10. This simply means you should have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Print x. Print them on the same line. Print x, give space, end equal to this simply means print them on the same line. If you don't put this end equal to this, it will print 0 to print it horizontally. Instead, it will print it vertically instead of horizontally. So when you put end is equal to empty quote, it will print horizontally like this. So this range is simply telling us that you should print from 0 to 10. You should print from 0, print 10 numbers, not including 10. So that's why we have this. If you count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're starting from 0 and ending at 9. That's what this means. So this is used to print out items. You can also use it to print out items in the list. I'll show you that in subsequent classes. Now, the while loop is used when you want to perform actions repeatedly, but you don't know how many loops that you're going. So you start it by initializing the variable I equal to 0. You say while I is less than or equal to 20. That means you're continuing to do this until the value of I reaches 20. If I modulus 2 is equal to 0, that's if I is an even number, print the i's. Else, if you're using else if because you're using if, you can see you can combine both else if and while together. Else, if I is equal to 9, whenever you have I to be equal to 9, you should break. Else, I equal to, you add increment of I, you increment I by 1, continue, you increment I by 1 again. So these increments are what you use whenever you're using y. Whenever you're using y, make sure you put this increment. I will explain this in subsequent class in details. So you use the if-else statement when you have conditions that you want to check. This is condition. You're checking condition. You're checking whether age is greater than or equal to 18. This is only one condition checked. So you use the if-else statement. But you use the elif statement when the conditions are plenty. Like here you have, you're checking whether age is greater than 18, whether it's equal to 19, whether it's less than 10. So you have if. Make sure that after writing the if statement, the action that is going to take place, you give space before you write it. You give indented white space, very, very important in Python. You write your S, make sure this one starts from here. The two of them shouldn't start on the same line. Here you write age is equal to 21, put your colon. You must put your colon once you finish writing any statement. Age equal to 21, there shouldn't be anything here, but here that you have your condition, you must put colon. If age is greater than 18, you give this white space before you write the print. And if age is equal to 19, you give white space again before you write the print. So this is the normal way that Python is written. It uses white space instead of semicolons. So that is it. The range, if you want to use for, when you say for, the variable you're considering, in range, you put the range that you want to work on. So let's say now, you are not considering this, you are not considering this. If you want to use it for list, you can say for X in grocery list. That grocery list that I gave you before, for X in grocery list, you already know what the grocery list is. Print X. This is going to print out all the elements of your grocery list. We know the elements of our grocery list. We know them to be what? Juice. We know what? Tomatoes. You know what? Sugarcane. You understand? If you tell it this, it's going to print this normally. So it's going to print it out like it will write it normally. To write juice, to write comma, tomatoes, to write comma, sugarcane. So once you say for X in range grocery list, make sure you must create this variable grocery list first. And you know that you create grocery list by simply saying grocery list equal to this. You write everything here. Juice, tomatoes, banana, sugarcane. So you create this like this so that when you now say for X in range grocery list, print X, empty quote, end. So it will print it exactly like this. This juice, tomatoes, banana, and what? Sugarcane. So that's a brief summary of what these conditionals and looping statements do in Python programming. I will give detailed explanation of this in subsequent classes so that you know, very, very important, when you're using the while loop, you must first initialize the variable I equal to 0. You must say that. before you now start the while, put the condition. While I is less than or equal to 2, continue to do this. If you can combine if and while. If I is an even number, I modulus 2 equal to 0 simply means that I must be an even number. Print I. If I is equal to 9, break. When you break, you find the answer immediately. You understand? But when you break S, you increment, continue and increment. I will explain this further so that you understand it much better in subsequent classes. There are no too much space for me to do this now. So please click on the subscribe button, like and share this video. Thank you. Continue in the next class.